What about say venues like here you're playing in a bookstore. It's like pretty
Hmm.
low key, and you've probably played in like a whole host of different situations. What's the difference for you, like playing say with a larger PA or something, or playing in a more intimate setting? Do you approach it differently?
Um, I've mostly only played, well, mostly like coffee shop type venues is what I end up playing just because I don't have a band right now. So it's like mostly that's sort of what the sound suits. I've played a couple of bars and it was like okay. It's definitely different. I mean, in a lot of the places I play, I feel like I am like background music, depending on like the crowd. So if like people just happen to be really into it, then like it'll feel more like a show. But a lot of times I'm just like
So
playing
if you're in
more.
a quieter, more intimate space, people tend to keep don't talk as much or talk quieter.
Sometimes
Whereas in a bar, it's more chattery or whatever.
yeah, and even in coffee shops, it's funny because it can be like the same coffee shop where like one night people will be like, "This is a show, like I'm really into this," and then the other day, like a few months later, it'll be like a lot of people, but they're all like wanting to have their own conversations, and you can like hardly hear yourself over it. So it really just depends on the crowd, I feel like.
Have you learned to? Is that really bother you? Have you just learned to sort of feed off that kind of different energy of just being kind of background?
Yeah, I just kind of I don't really. It's kind of almost nice to just be background sometimes because you're just like, oh, no one's paying any attention. But then one or two people usually are paying attention, but it's kind of like feels like no pressure
Hmm.
when no one's paying attention.
Hmm. And what about? Oh, so have you? Do you play ever electric guitar, or do you just mostly have your a pickup on your acoustic or the banjo?
I used to play electric guitar more, but I find lately I just haven't felt like using it. I still have it, and I think I'll keep it around because I feel like eventually I probably will want to use it again. But
Hmm.
just for now, I feel like I'm really into acoustic
All right.
instruments. Yeah.
Cool. What about releases? Do you have anything out? In the usual way, I guess releases are done now, like digitally and that.
Yeah, I released an EP in October and then toured a little bit with that, and I'm just thinking about what what I'm gonna do next for probably release something in the spring again and then tour with that.
What's the importance you put into recording? Do you put more importance in performing or recording, or do each has
Um,
their own charm?
I end up doing more performing than recording. I want to learn how to do more recording myself to just get more comfortable with it because I feel like I get really uncomfortable recording and I really don't like listening to myself and it's just like really really excruciating. So I want to get better at just like hearing myself back and like being able to be um, like more objective or something, like less critical and being like, oh god, I hate hearing this. But yeah.
Ah, um, uh, I'll just got two more questions. What's the future? What are you hoping to do in the future?
Probably uh, like tour more and record probably like 3 to 5 songs again and like eventually yeah I'd like to keep figuring out how to like have it be like a like sustainable thing that I can like do. I
Mm,
don't know. And yeah.
perhaps make a living at or
Yeah.
something. Nice,
Yeah. Hmm.
cool. And the last question is, what book are you currently reading?
I'm reading Like by Ali Smith right now. I got it from the library.
Nice.
Yep. So,
Okay.